end of the first week of the Three Rivers Challenge, the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge for 2023. I had an extra day off this week, which made a huge difference. So from week one, I tried to concentrate on my freezers, as far as like, is there stuff in there that I can do something with, you know, to maybe make some room. Well, the first video when we started the challenge, I had done cranberry juice, and I had a request. They wanted to see what it looks like afterwards. So that's what it looks like, and then of course, you know, the more it sits, the deeper red it'll get. But I ended up with 7 jars of cranberry juice, and then I had a whole bunch of chicken carcasses in my freezer. They were actually taking up quite a bit of room. So I went ahead and I made chicken broth, and I ended up with quite a few. The ones with the bands on them, they're still cooling. The other ones I did yesterday. So I'll get those labeled and put away in the pantry, which is really nice because we were actually out of chicken broth. I've still got, I think, two or three big bags of chicken carcasses in the freezer that I need to do something with. Excuse my messy kitchen. As you can see, I've been canning for 2 days straight, so it's quite a mess. And then I had a whole bunch of tomatoes. I had a bunch of like green tomatoes that I had to pull early because we were getting some insane rains and they were starting to split and our temperatures were dropping. And so I'd taken those green tomatoes and put them in boxes and paper bags and ripened them in the house. And as they were ripe, I put them in freezer baggies and threw them in my freezer. So I went ahead and pulled all those out and let them thaw out, and I ended up getting 3 quart-sized jars of crushed tomatoes and 1 pint-sized jar, and then with the rest of it I separated the juice from everything, and I ended up getting 3 quart-sized jars of tomato juice and 5 pint-sized jars of tomato juice. And the juice, I can actually, you know, use it for a variety of things. I can make, you know, add it to my smoothies. I can add it to soups. I can drink it just as it is, or I can also, you know, make a tomato bisque out of it. So just by adding a thickener and different seasonings and some heavy cream and stuff, so I can make a tomato bisque. So I didn't season any of it so that I could use it for a variety of things. So like the crushed tomatoes, you know, those I can use for spaghetti sauce. I can use them, you know, as with other types of dishes just by the different seasonings that I add to it. We cooked some this week, but with it only being the 2 of us here, we do eat a lot of leftovers. So like we had jambalaya leftovers at the beginning of the week, because last weekend he had made a huge pot of it. So we ate up the jambalaya, and then one night we just had soup, just a can of soup. Neither one of us were like really hungry, so we just made a can of soup. And then the half a jar that I had of the roasted red peppers, well, he's actually doing a lot of the cooking now because my schedule at work has changed, so I don't get off till pretty late for the first part of the week. So he's been cooking so that we don't eat at like midnight and we can actually eat by at least 7. And I had that half jar of the roasted red peppers, and what he did is we had some hamburger patties, and he grilled up the hamburger patties, and then he sauteed the roasted red peppers with onions, put those on top of the hamburger patties, and then melted cheese over it. It was absolutely amazing. We've had salad a couple times this week, and then I do the freezer meals. I do the small tins of freezer meals. I've got a video on the freezer meals, but one night we just grabbed 2 of those. We had some turkey enchilada freezer meals I had made because I make smaller portions with like our leftovers, and so we had that a couple nights this week. But other than that, that's really as far as like meal prepping. That's what we did for this week. But I'm trying to really hard to concentrate on like stuff in my freezer that I can get processed, that I had to put away, you know, throughout the summer because I didn't have time to get it processed. So that, just doing the tomatoes and the broth alone cleared up a huge space in my freezer. So now I can actually start going through the freezers and organizing it a little better and figure out what we're going to do for next week's meals, because I have room to actually move things around in now. So that was pretty awesome. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. The first week of the pantry challenge has been fun. On my last video I had said it was January, February, March. I was wrong. It's January and February. I don't know where I got March from, but it's been a lot of fun. And if you click on the hashtag 3riverschallenge, then it'll actually take you to all the videos of everybody that is documenting how they're doing it. There's probably people participating that just, they're not doing the videos, and that's fine. The key is just to participate. So just click on that hashtag and you'll be able to see a lot of different stuff. And then, just go over to 3 Rivers. She does some amazing stuff. I mean, she's got 8 kiddos, and just her organization skills, I'm so jealous. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit us up on Instagram, like, share, and subscribe. And tomorrow morning on January 8th at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, we are actually going to do our first live. So crossing my fingers that it goes well. So join us, and it's basically a Q&A, ask questions. And if I don't know the answer, maybe somebody else on there will know the answer, especially if you're new to homesteading or you're wanting to get into it. Maybe you want to know the pros and cons. If you're doing the pantry challenge, how's it going for you? So come on and join us, and we'll just kind of chit-chat and have some coffee. But like I said, hit us up on Instagram, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.